Bucs fans, welcome back to another Major Keys with your boy, Sammer. Check it out. The fucking NFL regular season is over. It's gone. It doesn't fucking matter. We're in the playoffs. 8-9, 12-5, 17-0. It doesn't fucking matter because now we are in the tournament. The games that mean the most, the games where if you lose, you're going home for good. The Bucs are somehow miraculously hosting a wild card game at home, Monday Night Football. The entire universe is going to be watching this game, and the Bucs are going to put on a show as the unlucky and not the 1990s Cowboys show up, coming to Tampa, bringing all the baggage that comes with what they've basically put their fans through for the last, fucking 20-something years. And guess what? It's not going to stop now because the Bucs are going to end up being the team that wins on Monday Night Football. We're going to break down how the fuck that's going to happen and how we're going to send the Cowboys into the Sean Payton sweepstakes, baby. Let's fucking go.
Major key alert. Are we good now?
My first major key for a Bucs stunning wild card Monday Night Football victory over those stupid Cowboys is simple. Win in the trenches, most specifically on defense. The Cowboys love to run the ball, and they don't just have Zeke, they've got Pollard, and they run well. But the third lowest output they had this entire season came back in week 1 when the Bucs held them to under 70 yards rushing. Was that the reason we won the game? No, but it was a massive point in why we won the game. It's really simple. Akeem Hicks, Will Golston, and most importantly, Vita Vea. But Akeem Hicks and Vita Vea together inside are a massive part of the Bucs' run defense. When those two guys play 10-plus snaps together in a game, we hold our opponents under 70 yards. And stopping the Cowboys' rushing attack doesn't necessarily mean you're going to beat them, but it does one massive thing, which is put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand and not pressure him into making, mistakes against the blitz or against pressure. It's simply putting everything on his shoulders because Dak loves to be the hero. And when he goes out there, puts it all on himself, makes bad decisions. That's what he does. He makes bad decisions. There's a reason he's leading the league with 15 interceptions while also playing 5 fewer games than any other quarterback in the NFL. That's insane. And he also leads the league, or is actually pretty fucking high. Sorry. He's really high in having pickable passes or interceptable balls. So that means he makes bad decisions. He'll throw the ball towards the defenders and hopes that his guys come up with it. So massive point of contention here. You have to stop their run. Force Dak Prescott to be the man. And I'll take our corners in Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, and SMB all day against CeeDee Lamb and basically nobody else. I don't see these wide receivers being able to beat the Bucs if it's consistently passed down every single time they come out there. Bucs need to stop the run, get Zeke uncomfortable, which then forces Dak uncomfortable, and then, of course, makes him make bad decisions.
Major key alert. Are we good now?
My second major key for a Bucs victory, playoff Tommy, baby. It's time. Listen, these 17 games have been ridiculous. It's been up and down. Tommy's been up and down. We've all had theories that maybe he's holding back, just wants to get to the playoffs. Well, regardless of all of that, Tom Brady still strikes fear in the hearts of defenders and defenses and opponents in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, that's when Tom Brady knows how to fucking win. Tom Brady has to come out there and has to continue to attack, go down the field with Mike Evans, continue doing what he's doing so damn well with Chris Godwin and with Russell Gage, and continue to attack the defense and put pressure on that. Of course, we have to protect Tom. We've got to make sure our offensive line is sound and continues to, keep him clean. But Tom Brady's throwing the ball so damn quickly. And in this game, this matchup against the Cowboys, who thrive on getting pressure and creating turnovers, both from a sacking and also from the secondary standpoint, Tom Brady's quick release actually works in our favor for once. I've said it all season long. I fucking hate it. I hate when he gets rid of the ball under 2 seconds and doesn't let shit develop. But in this game, he's going to have to find a really good balance of deep shots, medium shots, and also just getting the ball out of there quickly and basically negating that pass rush that the defense of the Dallas Cowboys is really going to lean heavily on. These guys thrive on sacks and they thrive on turnovers. And guess what? Tom Brady is one of the best, if not the best, at avoiding theyose things. Now listen, they've got Diggs out there. Whew, lost his freaking name. They've got Diggs out there who in the first matchup did not shadow Mike Evans the entire game. Now, given the fact that they're really, really, really light on in the secondary opposite of him, a lot of guys are injured at the cornerback position. They don't really have a true number 2 corner out there. Maybe Diggs ends up being the guy that does have to shadow Mike, but that only makes it better for us. We've got Russell Gage. We've got a Julio Jones who's maybe fresh, kind of waking up. And of course, we've got Mr. Dependable Chris Godwin. So the Bucs have to focus on attacking whoever the fuck is not being guarded by Diggs. And of course, take the shots down the field at Diggs. Again, these guys thrive on creating turnovers. And when they don't create turnovers, they're an average defense. But more importantly, since they've been having these injuries at the cornerback position, they're giving up 10 points more per game than they had previously to that. That means their guys are not covering wide receivers well, regardless of who they're facing. I mean, the freaking Washington Commanders moved the ball up and down with, I don't even know what the fuck the guy's name was, a quarterback. Doesn't matter. We've got a plethora of weapons, and this is the time for Tom Brady to step up. It's time for Tom to be Tom. I want to see the play action game. We've been calling it for it forever. This is the time to see it mixed in there. We have to. And you know what? I will take my wide receivers on the Bucs and Tom Brady against almost any defense in the league, but against the Dallas Cowboys, absolutely. All day long, including Diggs, who basically looking for interceptions. And you know what that means? That means you're going to get a double move. And that means Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, even Scotty Miller. These guys are going to have to play well. And Tom's going to have to divvy that ball up a lot, which I think he will because, of course, he's still the fucking GOAT. So major key number 2, Tom just be Tom, baby.
Major key alert. Oh, we good now.
My third major key for a Bucs victory in this unbelievably massive Monday Night Football wild card weekend matchup with the Dallas Cowboys. Real fucking cliche, but it's going to hold true, and that's turnovers. Turnovers. That means we cannot turn the ball over. That means Tom Brady, Mr. Dependable, guy who knows how to take care of the ball, doesn't throw interceptions in the red zone, will make sure that he continues doing what he does best, and that means keep the ball out of the opponent's hand. Now, vice versa and flip it all around, the Bucs have to create turnovers. And it's really simple. It's really, really simple with Dak Prescott. This guy leads the league in interceptions, and he throws a lot of opportunities to the defense. So the biggest thing here is the Bucs secondary just has to get those hands on those balls, and they got to catch them. I'm looking at you, Jamel Dean. I need you to start catching some picks. SMB, he's been on a fucking tear recently. And guess what? He plays his best in the playoffs. So we're in the playoffs. I'm looking for SMB to get me a pick again this week. And of course, Carlton Davis. All 3 of these guys are healthy. They're rested, and they're ready to come out here and basically shut down what I think is not an impressive wide receiving core by the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, all the keys that we talked about before this, massive, massive part. Make Dak Prescott make good decisions. He struggles making good decisions for whatever fucking reason it is. And you don't even have to blitz him. He's actually really good against the blitz. So if I'm Todd Bowles, I go out there, I mix in a little bit of that blitz, but I kind of sit back. I play tight man coverage, and I force Dak to escape pressure, which I'm hoping we can create with our front 4, and then make a good decision. And as long as he does and continues what he's been doing, Bucs are going to have opportunities to get their hands on those balls, and the Bucs have to come up with those interceptions. Those interceptions are massive, massive equalizers. I know it's cliche. It's the one thing that everyone talks about all the time. It's the easiest way to go when it comes to a key to a victory. But the massive importance of the Bucs creating turnovers, it helps their offense, and it negates everything that the Dallas Cowboys are about, which is consistently running the ball and taking their shots down the field and attacking you. And if you get them uncomfortable, I mean, that's a victory in my eyes, man. Listen, massive game. The Bucs have been holding back, in my opinion, all season long. They've just barely gotten to the finish line in terms of getting out of the division, making the playoffs. Now they can take a deep breath. Now they can go into their bag of tricks and they can really, really start to leave shit out there. And listen, Tom knows. Tom knows that these games matter. There's nothing to lose at this point. He's going to stand in the pocket. He's going to maybe take a hit or two in order to let things develop down the field. I mean, hell, he was doing it against the Atlanta Falcons, and that game meant nothing. And he's been slowly doing more and more of that as the weeks have gone on. And I think the Bucs offense understands what's at hand here, and they understand what they're going to do. And more importantly, this defense has given me a vibe that they are ready to just click that switch up one more notch. They know what it means to win. This reminds me a lot of that 2020 season where the defense was kind of climbing, and these guys have played extremely fucking well all season long. Well, this is the game that matters. These are the games that matter, and they know that, and I think guys like Devin White, Levante David, Will Golston, these hard-working, just grind-it-out guys that we have on defense, they are ready. The secondary is healthy. The linebackers are ready to fly around, and more importantly, we've got Vita and Akeem Hicks down low doing what they do best, which is eat up human beings, eat up bodies, and create havoc in the run and the pass game. So this is it. This is the time. This is the moment. The Bucs are going to stand up. The Bucs are going to shock the world. Probably not, considering the fact that the fucking Dallas Cowboys, everyone's kind of just expecting them to lose because that's what they do best. So why not be the Bucs, the team that helps them do that? And of course, like I said earlier, get them in the fucking Sean Payton sweepstakes, baby.
I got the keys.